Indonesia has officially confirmed a $9 billion deal to acquire 42 Chengdu J-10C multi-role fighter jets from China, in what marks the nation's most significant single defense procurement in history and a defining moment in its military modernization drive. Finance Minister Purbaya Yudi Sadewa announced that the Ministry of Finance had approved the $9 billion USD allocation, affirming that everything should be ready, with only final delivery confirmation pending from Beijing. Echoing this, Defense Minister Syafriye Syamsuddin declared that the Chinese-made fighters would soon be flying over Jakarta's skies, underscoring the government's readiness to operationalize the new fleet as part of Indonesia's strategic effort to strengthen national air defense. The confirmation, made on October 15, 2025, signals Indonesia's decisive shift away from traditional Western and Russian aircraft suppliers, reflecting its growing confidence in diversifying military partnerships to reinforce sovereignty and regional deterrence. With this acquisition, Indonesia will become the third operator of the J-10C after China and Pakistan, solidifying its position as a key regional partner in Beijing's expanding defense export portfolio and marking a new era in Southeast Asia's evolving air power landscape. The procurement of the J-10C fighters is part of President Prabowo Subianto's broader air power modernization program, designed to replace aging F-16A, F-16B, and Su-27SK aircraft that have served the Indonesian Air Force for more than 3 decades. The J-10C's integration of an advanced active electronically scanned array radar, PL-15 beyond visual range missiles, and WS-10B Taihang engine provides Indonesia with a highly capable 4.5 generation platform that bridges the gap between 4th and 5th generation fighters. Economically, the $9 billion deal deepens Indonesia's defense industrial ties with Beijing, with discussions reportedly including pilot training, maintenance cooperation, and technology transfers to support long-term sustainment through PT Dirgantara Indonesia. Most critically, the decision underscores Jakarta's commitment to a multi-vector defense policy, balancing partnerships with China, France, Turkey, and South Korea to ensure strategic flexibility while navigating the intensifying geopolitical rivalry between Washington and Beijing in the Indo-Pacific. The agreement with China's Chengdu Aerospace Corporation involves 42 J-10C multi-role fighters at an estimated cost of $214 million per unit. This makes it slightly more expensive than Indonesia's $193 million per unit Rafale deal, but still substantially cheaper than 5th-generation alternatives like the F-35A or Su-57E. Negotiations were finalized following months of interministerial evaluation and high-level exchanges between Jakarta and Beijing, reflecting Indonesia's growing comfort with Chinese defense technology amid deepening economic ties. Officials have indicated that the procurement will be accompanied by training programs, simulator systems, and integrated logistics support, with the first Indonesian pilots expected to train in China before mid-2026. This comprehensive package also reportedly includes technology transfer discussions for limited maintenance and repair capabilities to be developed domestically under the supervision of PT Dirgantara Indonesia. The J-10C gained international notoriety during the May 2025 Kashmir conflict, where Pakistan's J-10C fleet reportedly achieved air-to-air victories over Indian aircraft, including an alleged kill against a Rafale, a claim that has stirred fierce debate within the Indian strategic community. Whether or not the claim is conclusively verified, the J-10C's combat record in actual air engagements has elevated its credibility among developing nations seeking high-performance yet affordable alternatives to Western jets. For Indonesia, this combat-proven reliability, combined with the aircraft's competitive lifecycle cost and Beijing's flexible financing, proved decisive in edging out offers from the United States and South Korea. The platform's lower maintenance complexity and compatibility with Chinese PL-series munitions, many of which are export-cleared, give TNIAU a cost-efficient pathway to long-term sustainment and modernization. For decades, the Indonesian Air Force has relied on an eclectic mix of Western and Russian aircraft, including the F-16 Fighting Falcon, Su-27SK, Su-30MK2, and British Hawk 109 and 209 trainers. Many of these platforms, introduced in the 1980s and 1990s, are approaching the end of their service lives, creating an urgent requirement for next-generation replacements capable of maintaining regional deterrence. As of 2025, Indonesian Air Force operates roughly 260 aircraft and maintains a personnel strength of over 30,000, But the operational readiness of its frontline fighters has been constrained by aging airframes and logistical bottlenecks caused by sanctions and spare parts shortages. President Prabowo Subianto's administration has made defense modernization the cornerstone of national security since 2019, emphasizing multi-sourcing, joint development, and indigenous production to strengthen Indonesia's strategic independence. This policy has led to a procurement diversification effort that includes the purchase of 42 Dassault Rafale fighters from France, an agreement for 48 KAAN fifth-generation jets from Turkey, and continued participation in the KF-21 Boramae development with South Korea. However, unlike these ongoing programs that rely heavily on future development and long delivery timelines, the J-10C acquisition offers immediate capability infusion and rapid deployment potential. Indonesia's $9 billion procurement of 42 J-10C fighter jets represents far more than an arms deal. It is a strategic declaration of independence, an assertion that Southeast Asia's largest nation intends to control its defense destiny amid the growing turbulence of Indo-Pacific geopolitics. By combining Chinese technology with ongoing Western and regional partnerships, Jakarta is crafting a hybrid defense architecture designed for resilience, flexibility, and deterrence. As these fighters begin arriving in Indonesian skies, they will not only bolster the TNIAU's operational capabilities, but also redefine the contours of air power in Southeast Asia for the next 2 decades. For Beijing, the deal marks another milestone in its march toward becoming a global arms export superpower, while for Indonesia, it signals the dawn of a new era, one where the nation stands tall as an autonomous regional military power capable of shaping its own strategic future. That's all for today's update. Please subscribe and like this video.